Hi, my name is Erica Haley, and in this presentation, I will be analyzing the film The Devil's Advocate through a business law lens and focusing on what it shows about the lawyers, big firms, and ethics. The movie follows Kevin Lomax, a young undefeated trial lawyer from Florida who is recruited to a powerful New York law firm, which is ran by John Milton. And as Kevin rises in the film, he keeps choosing between his ambition to never lose a case and his legal and moral responsibility. Basically, the main ideal in the movie are legal ethics, conflicts of interest, honesty towards the court, and a way that law firms work as a business. Kevin often defends clients he strongly suspects are guilty, including a teacher and a rich businessman named Alexander Cullen. And he gives into the pressure to win all cases at all costs, even when that means attacking a victim on the stand or ignoring obvious red flags, which then raises questions about professional responsibility. There are also serious conflicts of interest, not only between powerful client, but inside Kevin himself, because his personal hunger for success clashes with his duty to put the court and his clients ahead of his ego. The duty of candor to the court is at risk when he keeps pushing aggressive defenses while doubting his client's innocence. And in real life, a lawyer is not allowed to knowingly mislead the judge or present false testimonies. At the time, the film shows that the law firm, as a business built around big corporate clients, high billable hours, and reputation where money and status drive most decisions. In the real world, large business firms are business organizations, often structured as partnerships or LLPs, with revenue, goal, recruiting, marketing, and competitions for high-paying corporate and white-collar clients. So just like Milton's firm, clients like Cullen look a lot like real executives involved in fraud or other serious crimes. And while these are cases can be very profitable for a firm, they can also begin to carry big ethical and reputational risks. This is why real firms rely on risk management and compliances such as conflict checks, internal ethic rules, and supervision of young lawyers. Basically, if a firm actually behaved like Milton, ignoring warnings and pushing a win at all cost culture, it could face malpractices, lawsuit bar, investigation, loss of clients, and long-term damage to his businesses. Looking at the main character, Kevin is clearly skilled, but his identity is built on never losing. So he keeps taking cases that's violating his testimonies or misleads the courts. He could be disciplined. At that point, he could be suspended or even disbarred. As he could be sued for malpractice, basically John Milton, as a managing partner, creates a reward, which is basically a toxic culture where unethical behavior is normal. And in all reality, basically leaders have a duty to supervise and can be held responsible if they knowingly spread misconduct. So basically, Alexander Cullen's case basically represents a high-risk corporate client who allegedly would not only expose himself to a criminal punishment, but also huge civil lawsuits. At that point, the movie is driven by ethical dilemmas more than just technical rules. Kevin keeps choosing winning in status over what feels right. And as he sacrifices his wife's well-being and his own values to move up in the firm, that just shows how his ambition can undermine integrity. At that point, basically Kevin ignoring conflicts or presenting misleading evidence will likely face serious consequences. The supernatural part of the ending, which is not real, but the final reset where Kevin is tempted again by the fame and as a media star lawyer feels like very real, because at this point it shows the true battle in business law against ego and pressure, not just the opposing side. If we think about the actual legal reform and business practices, which is stronger firm ethics and compliance program, better conflicts and case review systems, they need more attention. It brings problems with the mental health and workplace conflict, which can change the outcomes of this story, basically, if that was to have happened that way. By giving Kevin support and clear limits inside of constant pressure, I would like to say that watching The Devil's Advocate from a business law perspective, it taught me that knowing that the law is just not enough. The culture, the incentives, And leadership inside a firm can either support ethical behavior or slowly destroy it. In real life success in business law is not only about winning cases or even just making money, but also about integrity. And I guess adding on professional responsibility as well. In the future, with more technology and social media, a lot of the times unethical choices will be exposed faster and it hits reputations harder. So at that point, firms should trade ethics for short-term gains, and they are likely to face legal consequences. And then it just basically is like a slippery slope at that point. I would like to say that the movie serves as a warning that in business law, your biggest opponent might not be the other lawyer, but your own willingness to compromise your values. So you should really think before you act and move forward.